Today we're looking at this 7T32-7C20 watch. It is it's called also the Flightmaster of this 7T32 series. It has a very nice bluish dial, as you can see. It's very nice. The glass is very small, very fine scratches, but it's okay. As you can see, it's still pretty dirty. I'm checking only the functionality of it. I don't want to still disassemble it completely. What I noticed though is that the hour hand stops at 11:30 approximately. This is probably most surely because the preceding owner or owners have tried to basically switch the date around about 11 o'clock in the evening, midnight, something like that. And this is specifically said from Seiko itself. It is also found in a manual that if you do that, you risk to manage the wheels inside the movement, and because the wheels are not made of metal in this movement, and this is 7T32 series movements, but they are made of plastic. So you are forcing basically plastic onto plastic doing so, and this causes one or two teeth of the hour wheel usually to break or to bend. The damage is it depends on if you notice when you turn the crown, the setting crown to set up the date. If you notice some resistance, which is not normal, then it is much probably that you are damaging the hour wheel. And if you give me just a second, I will show you another hour wheel that I removed from another similar movement. I'm just looking for it. And the damage is it's very small actually. You cannot really perceive it at the naked eye, but you can see it. And sometimes I am able to fix it, just slightly bending the teeth back into place, but sometimes not, because they're so bent that it's useless. So this was the case of one bent couple of teeth, or probably one on an hour wheel, and just let me put it on top of a dirty piece of vertical. This is a damaged piece anyway, that I don't care. And this is the hour wheel, as you can see. Wait just a second, sorry for my hands in a way. This is the hour wheel, as you can see, and basically what you're doing when you're setting the hour, the date, is that you're making this hour wheel turn, and the setting date wheel, it's pushing against this leaves here. These are the leaves, not the teeth. Teeth are here, and push it against the leaves. It pushes against a setting date white wheel, and so it pushes date wheel around. The problem is that if you do this when the date change is about to happen at right about 11 o'clock, 11:30 in the evening, in the night, you're not going to be able to, because the the wide wheel setting wheel is already engaged. So what happens is that you push a plastic wheel against plastic teeth, so teeth against teeth, and this damages one or the other. Usually this is the hour wheel that gets it's the hour wheel that gets damaged, but usually but it can happen also otherwise. It can also the other the other wheel can get damaged. You will see it later in the open movement what I mean. Yeah, this is the thing. I don't know if you cannot really see here that the teeth are damaged. Sorry, it's not focusing because I tried to, you know, push it back in place. It's not really focusing. So, but the problem is that it still jumps. So I'll try to put it like that. So I will point with my tweezers where is the band. Probably if I turn it the other way around, it would be easier to turn on this. That's on top of my fingers. Sorry, I got. And here it is. I don't know if you can notice, but here is. I hope the hour doesn't fall down. Wait, let me put it like that. Okay, so it's okay. So here, right there, I don't know if you can see the reflex of the light on top of the hour wheel, on top of my hand. There's one tooth that doesn't reflect exactly like the other ones, so that's the bent tooth. And exactly, it's this one. Yeah, you see it appear and disappear in the reflex. It's reflecting exactly that one. So that is a problem with this hour wheels and with this, mainly with this movements, because this is the first thing that happens. You know, you're being a little bit careless, and you want to set the wheel because, you know, it's the 28th of December. Or the 29th, just like in the past 2 days, because this year was a leap year, and you just want to, you know, to switch the date a little bit faster, and yeah, you want to jump from the 28th or the 29th of February to the 1st of March, and you do it at midnight, and that's totally wrong. It's totally wrong. Or you replace your battery and you need to reset because it died, and you need to reset the date, and yeah, that's the problem. And so you break it. And now let's go on to the disassembly, sorry, of this movement. I will do it inside the case. Yeah, I will just do it inside the case for what is possible, and then I will. Well, actually, the hour wheel is on the other side, so I should remove it. Yeah, okay. Okay, don't mind. Never mind. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to remove the movement. Removing this type of movement, it's quite simple. You have, here are the two crowns. This is the hour setting crown, and the smaller one is the alarm setting crown, or dual hour setting crown, dual time. So you just push them both out. Doesn't need to be at the same time. On the first click, and then with the I do it usually with the tip of the tweezers or with a pin, with a needle. So it's thin enough. And here you see there's a little mark here. It says push on this hole and push on this hole and on the cover plate. And so all you need to do is just find the notch on the lever down underneath this hole. Just press it gently and then pull the stem out, the crown out, which will bring the stem out. You do it for both. Sometimes it's a little bit hard because it's not really in the perfect right center position, but it doesn't matter. So here goes the hour crown, and here goes the alarm crown. And that's it basically for this moment. Usually on other 7T32 watches with different cases, I need to remove also the pushers, you know, because they interfere. But on this particular one, I hope I don't. Wait, just let me fix this, the back cover plate a little bit more. I did it before, so I know I don't. Just lift it from one side. That's a little bit of length. And take it, and there you have it. And you put this on the side. And now you, what I didn't do is, you need a movement holder, which I didn't take. Please. Where did I put it? Anyway, I'm going to put it here on top of it, and that is the movement of the dial removed from the case. So you see, it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. I cannot find any movement holder. Okay, they're here. So there you go. This is the movement. What I did notice is that when I bought this this watch, it came in two separate auctions, basically from the same seller, and he was selling separately the case from the movement, probably trying to, you know, cash a little bit more money, and which I don't really think it proved worthwhile for him to do all this stuff to remove without trying not to to damage the dial. And but I did notice that when he shipped it inside a piece of paper of newspaper. And what happened is that the second chronograph hand, this white hand here, got a little bent down, so I had a little bit of work, and I already did it. I bent it back in shape. As you can see, it's pretty straight. What I did not do yet is try to fix the tip of it, because they're really fragile. You can see, yeah, I don't know if you've managed to see it, but it's quite crooked. It has been bent and unbent a couple of times already, so it's not straight. It has some bumps in it, so basically I will try to not now, later. What I will try to do is just to, you know, to make it straight again. Hopefully I succeed. Otherwise I will have to buy a new one, or just leave it like that, just to remember the pains and sufferings of this watch. as a reminder. So, what's now? Next, I have to remove the hands. And yeah, a plastic zip bag opened and some hands remover. These are my new acquisition. I bought this sometime one or 2 months ago. I don't remember. I used them a couple of times. They are a huge improvement over what I was doing before, which was the tip of 2 screwdrivers. Really, because screwdrivers are flats, so you cannot really do a lot of force on them. But it's very natural. You just stick them down and you just push them upwards like that, and all the hands come off all at one time. Then you carefully take all the hands and you put them aside. Hands are pretty dirty, and they stick. Probably they're a little bit magnetic. They got magnetized a little bit. I'm trying to remove as much as dust and lint from the dial as possible. I will put the dial after in a small zipper bag so that it doesn't get damaged during the work on the movement. And this is the minute counter hand for the chronograph function. When it's too close to the dial, I rather go with a small piece of radical. I am trembling. This is then the permanent second hand. I'm grabbing it with a piece of radical. And now the hour and minute hands for the alarm function or the dual time function. Oops. Clean it up a little bit. As I said, I don't want to ruin it. This is a pretty beautiful dial, by the way. It has a sunburst pattern. That means that you can see some rays coming from the center to the outer diameter. So it gives this very nice little effect of dual light. You know, it reflects the light differently. It's really, 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 really nice. And it's a very dark blue. And by the way, you can see right now here the topmost part of the hour wheel. That's it. That's what I'm grabbing. So to remove the dial, you have many options. For example, the hand removers, you just pry it like that from more sides. It has only 2 feet, and these are on the plastic. And what happens usually is that the movement falls down, just like it happened now. So I will put this in a safe place. The zip back is a little bit too small, but it's safe, so it doesn't get any dust, apart from the dust that's already inside the zipper bag. I'll get a smaller movement holder. And here it is. It's a very nice movement, by the way. 7T32's movements are a very nice movement. They are pretty well designed. The only problem is that they're made of plastic, so this is something that a lot of people frown upon, because they say, oh, it's made of plastic, so it's disposable, it's cheap, it's not really that worth, and yada yada, blah blah blah. Actually, if taken care of properly, these are very durable movements. And because of the fact that basically they're out of production, this series, you cannot find spare parts anymore, since years. Seiko doesn't have any spare parts for the movement itself. For the watch, probably yes, like some glasses, some bezels, some handbands, some bracelets, stuff like that. But pushers also, depending on the model of the watch. But the movement itself, this module, they don't produce it anymore. It was replaced by a simpler movement, which has only pushers on the side of the where the crown is. It has only one crown, so basically it has the same functionalities. That's a 5D series movement, I think. It has the same functionalities, but it has fewer pushers and fewer crowns. So 2 pushers up and down for the chrono function and for the alarm function, reset chrono function, and then only 1 crown. So it's simpler to the user, but it has lost totally the appeal of it, of a proper chronograph, a quartz chronograph. I mean, with a lot of functions, with a lot of complexity of the movement, and this is what appealed probably on the 70s and 80s when these watches were manufactured. This is what the appealed to the customer. They looked professional tools, like a watch should be, actually, like a chronograph should be. A chronograph, let's not forget, it's a professional tool. It's a tool. It's not a